All right, so today we're getting into countertops, a big decision for any kitchen or bath.
Definitely. And we're focusing on the really popular ones, granite, quartz, and marble.
Exactly. And we're basing this deep dive on some great material provided by Pan Pacific Interiors, PPI, comparing these three.
That's right. The goal here is to, cut through the marketing buzz a bit, look at the real differences, the pros, the cons.
And figure out why you might choose one over another. PPI seems to lean towards quartz, so we should probably dig into why.
We definitely will. It's a key part of their recommendation. So, first things first, maybe. What are these materials?
Good point. I know granite and marble are natural stone, right? Dug straight out of the ground.
Correct. Quarried rock. Millions of years in the making. That means every single slab is, well, unique. A one-off piece of geology in your kitchen.
Okay, unique. And quartz, that's the engineered one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's interesting. The source material highlights it's made mostly from natural quartz crystals, like 90%, sometimes more.
Oh, so it's still mostly natural stone.
Yeah, fundamentally, yes. But those crystals are ground up and mixed with resins, polymers, and pigments. Then it's formed into slabs. So, engineered stone, basically. Science meets nature.
Right. So how does that difference, natural versus engineered, show up visually in the look?
Well, granite gives you those really unique, often kind of blurry or swirly patterns. Veins that wander. Huge color range, too. Depends on the quarry.
Okay.
Marble. Everyone knows that classic look. Elegant, distinct veins.
Yeah.
Sometimes it has this slight translucence, a depth to it. Very sophisticated.
Very classic. And quartz, being engineered.
Consistency. That's the big thing. If you need several slabs, matching them is way easier. Plus, manufacturers can create almost any look. Solid colors, patterns that mimic marble or granite.
Ah, so you can get that marble look, but maybe without the downsides?
Yeah.
Which brings us to durability and maintenance. How do they actually hold up?
Yeah, this is where things really diverge. Granite is tough stuff. Very hard, very heat resistant. You can often put a hot pan on it, though trivets are always safest.
Okay, sounds pretty sturdy. Any catch?
It's porous.
Porous, meaning like tiny holes.
Exactly. So liquids, think wine, oil, juice. If they sit there, they can seep in and stain.
Yeah.
And those cores can potentially harbor bacteria.
Okay, so what do?
You have to seal it regularly. Usually about once a year, you apply a sealant to block those pores. It's essential maintenance.
Got it. Annual sealing for granite. What about marble? We hear it's high maintenance.
It is. It's durable enough, but it's softer than granite. Much more prone to scratching and staining and etching.
Etching, what's that?
That's when acids like lemon juice or vinegar actually react with the stone. They leave dull spots, kind of like a chemical burn. Doesn't wash off.
Ouch. So lots of careful wiping.
Definitely. And it needs sealing much more often than granite, maybe twice a year, sometimes more, depending on use. It needs pampering.
Wow. Okay. Sealing for granite, lots of sealing and care for marble. So how does quartz stack up here? This seems like where PPI focuses.
It really is. And this is the key advantage highlighted in the source. Because it's engineered with resins binding everything together, quartz is inherently non-porous.
Non-porous. So no little holes for stuff to seep into.
Precisely. Which means...
No sealing.
Exactly. No sealing needed, ever.
Right.
You spill something, you just wipe it up. It's incredibly resistant to staining.
Okay, that sounds huge for busy households.
It is. And that non-porous surface is also super hygienic. Nowhere for bacteria or germs to really take hold, unlike an unsealed or poorly sealed porous stone. PPI really emphasizes this low maintenance aspect. It saves time, effort, and money over the years.
Right, no need to buy sealant or pay someone to do it. Are there any downsides to quartz's durability then? Any trade-offs for that convenience?
Just a couple of minor things mentioned. While it's very scratch and chip resistant, often harder than granite actually, the resins can be damaged by extreme heat.
Like a pan straight off a high flame.
Yeah, exactly that. So you still want to use trivets. Don't put scorching hot things directly on it. And also, strong direct UV light over long periods can sometimes cause fading or discoloration, so it's mainly recommended for indoors.
Okay, so use trivets, keep it inside. Seems reasonable for getting that no sealing benefit. Now, what about the upfront cost?
Well, looking at those Panama averages from May 2025 in the source, there's actually quite a bit of overlap. Granite is roughly $10 to $120 a square foot. Quartz, $10 to $100. Marble, $15 up to maybe $155.
So depending on the specific type, they could be pretty similar initially.
They could be, yes, but that's just the sticker price.
Right, you have to factor in that long-term maintenance or lack thereof.
Exactly. Quartz has basically zero ongoing maintenance cost. Granite needs that annual sealing, which costs time or money. Marble needs even more frequent sealing, plus more careful cleaning. So the total cost of ownership for quartz is often the lowest.
That really makes sense why PPI and a lot of people are drawn to quartz. The source points out high durability, scratch resistance, hygienic, non-porous, and that huge one, low maintenance with no sealing.
It's a compelling package, especially when you add in the consistent look and the wide range of styles available. It's designed for modern living, you could say. Less fuss.
So bringing it back to you, the listener, trying to make this choice, it really boils down to your priorities, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's about your lifestyle, your budget, sure, but also your tolerance for upkeep.
Do you absolutely adore the unique natural patterns of a specific piece of granite or marble? And are you prepared for the sealing and the careful use?
Or are you thinking more about daily life? Is that ease of use, the hygiene, the consistency, and especially the freedom from sealing the quartz offers? Does that sound like a better fit for how you actually live in your kitchen?
Each one has its place, its own set of benefits, as this comparison shows.
Definitely. So when you're deciding, think beyond just how it looks on day one or the initial price tag. Think about the years ahead. What level of commitment are you comfortable with? Which countertop is going to feel like less of a chore and more like a reliable part of your home?
PPI, 10 years, and still going strong.